Okay, so I'm going to do a video on my experience with Kurgan Motorsports. I took my car to Kurgan Motorsports on June the 8th to have a Scott Rod's rear seat delete kit installed and quarter panels, to have a pipe fabbed down by my tie rod end that was hitting my tie rod and dented, to have tunes put in the car, and of course he changed plugs, etc. I also had asked for the line lock to be hooked up, and I wanted a fuel cutoff or a power cutoff switch put in my taillight, which that and the line lock didn't get done. So first things first, the tunes, it's all right. From 1,000 RPMs to 1,500 RPMs when the car warms up, it bucks and surges like a mule. But past that point, it runs all right. First, I'm going to show the rear seat delete and the things that happen. This is a kit from Scott Rod's fabrication store that comes complete. First, let me show you the trim plates. You can see this trim plate, and you can see the scratches on my cage. And then you can see that trim plate. They are different. You can see the back of my kit. It's just loose. The bottom. It's just loose. This side they did tuck my carpet and stuff back in. The other side stuff they did not. Got metal shavings all in the rear of my seat. You can't really see real good on the video, but as you can see the grease on my seats, the grease handprint. And here you can see where they ripped my brand new Corobo suede seats. And they've done this pushing the seat back and forth in and out and hit this on this bolt. I actually showed that to Bob before I left his shop, but he assured me that his guys did not do it. But on the front here, you can't see, but right here is all grimy and nasty in my seats. Of course, you've seen where the cage is scratched there. Now I'm going to take you on around. This is just some of the things that's wrong. You pop the trunk. Now, more for the rear seat delete kit install. You can see back there the metal shavings left in my trunk. Alright, now this car is all fresh build when I bought it. Everything is new, paint all. You can see my roll cage where they've hacked it. Didn't even install my rear bolts back in my cage. This side, it's the same way. Did not put the rear cage bolts back in. And you can see it's all hacked up and clawed up too. Okay. I take this car to shows, so it's pretty aggravating. Come around to this side. Again, I've done cleaned my cage up some, but I had grease on my cage. You can see grease there on my seats. Grease all over my seats there. You can see back there. I've tried cleaning some of it off, but right here, right there, where they've had their hands on it. And then you come around to this side on the install. Now you can see the difference between the carpet and stuff over here. I mean, it's just pretty much just pushed the whatever this is back here behind there and not folded, tucked it back in. My window trim, they've just tucked inside the here. So yeah, so that, come around here, they fixed a power steering hose for me that was hitting the header. It's fixed correctly, it's done right. When they've changed the plugs and stuff, you can see right here, it's kind of dark in here, so did not install a bolt back in. Look. It flops around. This connector, I really don't know what it is. I'm not a mechanic. That's why I took the car to Bob. It's just laying there loose. I have no idea what it is. Maybe that's why the car surges. Come around. And of course, my turbo got scratched because they said they had to take this right side off to fab the header. My screen, I don't know if you can see there, right there, you can see the screen's busted there. And if I really want to be nitpicky, they knocked the nick out there, but you know, whatever. The bolt was not installed back in that one. So then, let me get under here. I don't have my flashlight out here, but I'm sure you'll be able to see. This pipe, yep, right there. My old pipe was dented in about that much from hitting this tie rod in. So they cut out the piece here and refabbed and put me a new pipe in. I wanted it fixed where it wouldn't hit the tie rod. As you can see, it's exactly the same way it was. And you can see there, it's done hitting the tie rod. So, to make a long story short, I took my car to Bob at Kurgan Motorsports on June the 8th, and I was told it would take a week to get my car in and out of the shop, and it turned into 8 weeks. And I get my car back from his shop with more shit wrong with it than I took down there to have fixed. The pipe is exactly the same it was. Just because it has a new piece of pipe, it's still hitting. My rear seat delete, yes, it's installed, but it just flops around in there. My cage is all scratched up. I've got a hole in my $1,100 Corobo seats with grease all over them. That plate not bolted back down. So, you know, and I had a $3,500 charge when I got down there. So, yeah. My experience with Kurgan Motorsports was absolutely piss poor. And I don't recommend anyone taking your car down there